Hi, everybody. I'm Bryan Mudd, a fan of South Plains politics. Here's your talking points for this week. Politics, for the most part, taking a back seat to virus prevention and the rules put in place and trying to keep more of us from getting it. Everything else being pushed back, including elections. And don't look for a census worker at your door anytime soon, but you still need to fill out your paperwork. Why, it could be worth more to your family than those federal stimulus checks.
From the studios of KMAC Television in Lubbock, your local election headquarters. This is Talking Points with Bryan Mudd.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Also this week, the burden. I would argue that we have not seen an upheaval of American societal norms like this since World War II. At that time, the greatest generation went to work for a common cause, and we have a chance to do the same, but as it did then, that will mean a burden on all of us that we're really not used to carrying, starting with the fact that we have to disconnect from a connected world and even be willing to have your business hopes and dreams shut down for a while. Now, it's a lot easier for me to say, sitting here, I don't own a small clothing boutique or a barber shop, and I don't have to make that tough call that those businesses aren't essential right now. But it is up to all to take care of one another and share that burden, so this can end sooner rather than later. And of course, one of those having to make all those tough decisions is Lubbock Mayor Dan Pope, who joins us now via Skype. Mayor, take me through the last couple of weeks for you and maybe some of the triggers for you to close so-called non-essential businesses and what went into finding that dividing line for you between essential and non-essential.
Yeah, so it's great to be with you, Bryan. Thanks for allowing me to come on. It's the last 2 weeks. It's hard to actually even put milestones in there because there's been so much ground we've covered in 2 weeks. I think we started out the very first time we talked about this publicly. We said we would make decisions around this coronavirus COVID-19 situation based on facts, using common sense, with all the information that we had available at the time. And I think that's been the prism or the lens which we've tried to make decisions as we've gone through this. We had our first declaration, then the governor came out and asked or tightened it down a bit more, and we followed him on that. Closely behind that was the decision to close restaurants and bars to end dining room visits or in-person visits, to change that to carry out, take out, curbside. And we were with him on that. We earlier this week we moved to close what the feds are calling non-essential businesses. That's horrible nomenclature. I think all businesses are essential. I'm a business person. It's hard for me to call something non-essential, but for sake of our discussion, that's the language that Homeland Security's used, and that's what we'll keep using. So we made that decision after lots of consideration, and the reason we made it, and the reason we continue to make the decisions we make, is we're trying to best provide for the safety of our citizens. We believe that if we can slow the spread of this virus, that not only will our healthcare systems be able to very ably handle the impact of this, but we will better identify where those cases are, get those people into quarantine or isolation, and put us in a position where we can recover quicker. And so our decisions have all been made through that litmus test and with all that in mind. And it's difficult because, I think in some ways we're choosing winners and losers, and that's not what city government is about, or for that matter, local or federal government. So it's about safety. You'll hear me say that again. We're trying to make decisions that provide our citizens a safe environment.
Is there something maybe the council can do, the chamber, I'm thinking LEDA, to help small business folks get through this? I mean, I'm thinking waiver of permit fees or grants or anything. What's out there, or possibilities anyway?
Yeah, so I think that's a great question, and that's something we've spent some time on, and I think we'll begin to spend a lot more time on. In fact, this afternoon, later today, I've got an hour devoted to spending some time with some academic thought leaders at Texas Tech to start thinking about how we come out of this, how we recover, so two things in particular: the federal bill, the big bill, the third sort of tranche of disaster recovery was just approved, just as you know, in the last several hours. That has significant repercussions and benefit for our families, for our small businesses, for large businesses too. But we're a small business community, so let's focus on that. That will have real value, but it'll take a bit of time to get here. The SBA, Small Business Administration in town, has been wonderful. The Chamber's been wonderful. Senator Perry and I have been working a bit on this. There are a lot of ways that we can connect our businesses to resources. I've been talking to business owners all week. In the meantime, and earlier today, we announced a South Plains COVID-19 response fund, and it's was started with the seed funding from CH Foundation, from Helen Jones Foundation, from United Way, from the Community Foundation of West Texas, from our bankers, our community bankers, in for about $250,000. We've got nearly $700,000 already in this fund, and we just started asking the public to help us. Coach Wells, Matt Wells and his wife made a 6-figure gift to that today. They felt like that was the way they could make a difference in our community. I can't imagine that the outpouring will not be significant, but those dollars, within a week, the grant process is already in place. Somebody could apply for a grant today. So that's our nonprofits. That's our social service agencies. That's the people that are on the front line of helping our families, helping our individuals. And you know, many of our businesses are one man or one woman shows. And so when their business goes down, their family goes down. So we're trying to make sure that through our existing nonprofits and social service agencies, we can provide things like help with their energy bills and help with medical costs that they might have, or mortgage assistance, the kind of things that food. I mean, the food bank has done a great job. Our school districts have done a great job, but they're going to need our support. And so I think we band together as neighbors and help with that. To me, those are the two things that are front and center right now that we can count on for some aid. At a city level, we're going to consider all of the fees and the things you've mentioned, you know, how we do things to incent recovery. But I think more importantly are these things that we can get done quickly and they have a much wider impact.
I know it's way too early to think about these types of things, but do you start to think about where this will leave the city budget plans,
Sure.
things like downtown redevelopment and other projects that are in the building and planning phases?
Yeah, I think it changes, it completely changes the way we look at the future, at least the short-term future. Our people that are doing budgeting, you know, we're at that time of year that our leaders are in budgeting. Many of them have been called away to address the virus, but our budget folks, for the most part, are doing their job. They're modeling different models than they certainly were 3 weeks ago, but that's their job. It's interesting. I've had a long discussion with Representative Frullo yesterday. We were talking about state government, local government, and what the impact will be. The sales tax is the biggest portion, even bigger than property tax of our general fund. That will be the first place that we feel the revenue hit, and it'll be quick. That'll be retailers I've talked to said their business started to tail off a little bit in late February, but March will be a very significant impact on that. So sure, we're starting to look at those numbers, and we'll talk about that publicly probably within the next month. It's a bit premature. We need to understand the depths of this and the details, but that's I think just like a business or a family is evaluating their budget, we're doing the same.
Lubbock Mayor Dan Pope, I know we're all thinking about you and wishing everyone at City Hall well as they navigate through all of this. And good luck to you, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
Hey, Bryan, thank you for having us on. And I just want to encourage our people to is to be well, to be kind, and to be hopeful.
Yeah.
God bless Lubbock, Texas.
And you know, we had to heavily edit that interview for time, and I hate to do that stuff, but we talked with the mayor about a lot of topics related to coronavirus decisions. We've got the entire interview posted right now at everythinlubbock.com. Please go and watch that. And coming up...